Hello, this is Compound Interest Stock Guide, and this video is going to be about Zenabis. I just need to talk about how I think they're kind of setting up for legalization 2.0, and in 2020, I did some research today. This kind of coincides with basically with their deal with Heritage Cannabis. So stay tuned. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Give me thumbs up. So yeah, I also want to disclose I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment information purposes. Do not buy or sell based on anything I talk about. Buy or sell after you did your own thorough due diligence and research and you like the investments you're pursuing. Alright, so there's been a lot of effing hate articles on Zenabis in the last while, and well, I do know the reasons for it. It's basically based on their debt, and then with Ricky Brar's selling. After so much time, I can only figure out so much stuff, right? I don't know everything in the world, right? I can have my opinions. Some stuff is gonna have data that'll link back, and it'll prove my reasonings, so it's not complete hogwash. But anyways, what I'm trying to get at is basically, if you go to Canadian Insider, all right, people are focusing on, this Kevin Klott, he sold his rights and all the stuff like that, but then it shows that he bought some back. So basically, he was just selling them at a higher price, like 21 cents in the market, because he knew he could get his rights, even if he wasn't gonna hold as many shares. But they'll have to report in the next week or two, all the insiders who bought shares. So that'll be interesting how things shake out. But basically, you look at Leo Benny, and he's their master grower, and you see that he invested $1 million, all right, in this rights offering. So I mean, he is a big shareholder, but I mean, he's giving Zenabis $1 billion. $1 million to continue with their business, and he's their master grower, and he was growing, propagation and all this other stuff, and they've been known around for a long time. I mean, there's only so many greenhouses across Metro Vancouver that are well known, right? You got Village Farms, you got Winsett Farms, you got Zenabis, their facilities, like with the Bevo Agro, you got Village Farms. It's just, there's only so many. So basically, like, Tantalus knows that they're very good vegetable growers, and he believes that they're transitioning into great cannabis growers, so they want to be able to deliver more products. Tantalus Labs is a gray market-ish company that's transferring over to the legal regime. I'd say they're pretty much like one of the most low-key companies. They're not a private company, so they're not issued shares, anything like that. They're a public company. They're a private company, so it's different than a public company in which you can just give yourself free shares. But if you're private, you're just basically running the business as is, and you're not getting any money from the public markets. So it's a way different game. So it's a lot more legit, right? If you're a company in the cannabis space, and I'm not saying you're necessarily legit, but I think Tantalus Labs has developed a pretty good reputation. And I did their pre-rolls and they were pretty good. I'd give them about like a 7 or 8 out of 10. They weren't my favorite, but they were pretty good. And basically, you look at their pre-rolls are never going to be amazing, because pre-rolls just, it's basically the least attractive buds will go into the freaking pre-rolls. So that's just the way it goes. But if you're buying flower, I've heard great things with Tantalus Labs. So ZENABIS is holding it down with Tantalus Labs, and it's going to grow for them. And Tantalus Labs is trusting them. I smelled at the Burb dispensary that's owned by 20% by Harvest One. You smell it in the jar, the Sky Pilot from Tantalus Labs, and that seriously smells so good. It's pretty expensive, but honestly, I'd like to try that. I mean, it smells really good. Chronic, hell yeah. So you're looking at that opportunity, and they're doing that, and then they're working with Tilray. And oh, I just learned this, that they're going to be in Shoppers Drug Mart coming soon. So they had a deal with Shoppers Drug Mart, but they weren't in there yet, or I don't think they were ever in Shoppers Drug Mart, but they're coming soon on the website. So that's very positive. I'm sure some of their weed potentially could already be in there under Tilray's brand or Starseed. I mean, they're doing supply deals, so there's a good chance that they're already selling to medical patients in Shoppers Drug Mart. So who knows? But basically, when you're looking at things, is those rights, the insiders are buying. Leo Benny is well known, so he's buying these rights. So he believing in the company moving forward. They need this bridge money so that they can continue with their business, because money's being tight. But now they're going to be growing more cannabis, 5,000 kilograms. So they have Rise Remy, a topical company, a skincare, and she's been in the Forbes magazine. And then when I listened to Heritage Cannabis today, they said that they're going to be doing a lot of things for ZENABIS, because ZENABIS wants to have a lot of products coming out for legalization 2.0. So, I mean, I could see them having, lots of vape pens, lots of, maybe cookies, topical cream, CBD topical cream, maybe THC topical cream. They're definitely working on CBD kombucha, and maybe THC kombucha, but the CBD kombucha, they say. So, and they already have a brand that's known in Save On Foods under True Book. So there's definitely value. And then the potential with Pharmaco is that Pharmaco is owned by Agra Flora, and Agra Flora got pretty good deal for their money that they got, but it's a convertible debenture, so they could obviously get annihilated in the market in the next couple of years. And the people that get the conversion, they get way more shares. So who knows how that'll work out. But anyways, basically that Agriflora has that Pharmaco, and they have medical cannabis distribution in Europe. And so they have a binding term sheet with ZENABIS. So that was before ZENABIS, before Agriflora owned Pharmaco. But maybe ZENABIS already knew that Agriflora was gonna own them, because Agriflora probably did a lot of months of due diligence. So it could all be intertwined, that ZENABIS knew that, so that there's going to be no change under Agriflora. They already knew that what was going to happen. So, but basically with the ability, when ZENABIS gets their EU-GMP, And I think they will. I think they'll get one very soon in the next couple months, and they're going to be, supplying a lot of cannabis towards Europe. I potentially think so. I mean, not in the same length as Canopy or Aurora or Tilray, probably in the near term, but there's a potential they could be doing a lot of business in Europe. They already did that with vegetables and like that stuff before, so they have deals in all these different countries, so they have the distribution knowledge. So I don't know. I bought a lot of shares today, but not as many as the day. And then I did the rights. Yeah, I got about a little more than 50,000 shares, and I really do think it's gonna go to like 30 to 50 cents in the next couple months. Just the way it trades. Watch Upswing Trading. He talks about the dark pools on Zenabis rates. I'll give him a shout out. I've watched a few of his videos. He has level 2, so he's able to see a lot more stuff than I can see, and he's really, he's gathering a lot of data on these dark pools and how much manipulation on the Zenabis. So, anyways, if you look at Canadian Insider, there's a lot of insiders that are buying on the rights, and potentially there's going to be a lot of money that's going to be transferred towards the rights, like anywhere from 15 to 20 million probably. And it's all beneficial towards the shareholders of today and people who are buying shares on the market, because I don't think it's going to be like this in the next 6 months, because I think Zenabis will have a lot of capacity and they'll tweak their business, and there's going to be more stores. So, capiche, I'm out.